Hi students, nice to see you all. My name's Chris from IELTS Daily and I'm very happy to be here today because I'm going to be showing you a band 6.5 or a band 7 in the mock exam. You're going to watch this mock exam and you can see what the student does well and how they can improve so that you can apply the same things in your speaking test. Hello IELTS Daily friends and students. Welcome to this session where we're looking at part 3 of the IELTS speaking test. Probably the hardest part of the test, where Tony, our resident student, is answering some more difficult parts of the test, and I'm going to be talking about things that he does well. We've already looked at parts 1 and parts 2, so if you haven't seen those videos, go and watch them and see how he does. Try to use some of his feedback today and apply it to your speaking. Let's begin part 3.
You've been talking about music, and I'd like to move on and speak more generally about this topic.
Remember that the general part of the part 3 is questions about the topic that you've just spoken about in part 2. In this case, Tony spoke about music, so the examiner is going to speak more about the topic of music.
So, how can music be helpful to people?
Like music, it's kind of a medicine, but not like technically a medicine. It could gives people a feeling or an emotion. I think they could help people like indirectly by helping them to give them a feel of something rather than just like indirectly, like gradually influencing people. So I think that's quite important.
Did you notice that Tony's trying to think on his feet? He's trying to think of ideas. In the test, many of you get very nervous. Some of these questions are very difficult, so you do have to think very quickly. Tony's doing really well here, trying to think of ideas. He's talking about emotions, helping people. Good start. Not many grammar mistakes, which is nice.
Would you recommend music to someone who is studying?
Yeah, but actually, I don't listen to music when I'm studying, but I think...
Okay, 2 things that I noticed. First of all, he says, I sync. Very common mistake. If you don't have the sound in your language, make sure you practice it. I want to practice it now. I think. Try to use your tongue. Secondly, Tony says, listen music. Listen is always with the word to. I always listen to music. I enjoy listening to pop music.
There's gonna be some peaceful or like slow music. That's what I will recommend. But I assume someone will love like noisy and fast music when they're studying. But because I don't really use music when I'm studying, but I think I will recommend them peaceful, slow music.
Why is music important for a culture?
That's an interesting question.
Okay, so this is a very hard question. I would struggle if I had this in the test. Why is music important to a culture? Be prepared for a question like this and try to think about all the reasons. We talked about this in a video with Jay. Myself and Jay spoke about this topic. So I want you to watch that video and see what ideas we had. Tony's doing very well here, thinking of ideas. He's hesitating a little bit to think of ideas, but it's not really language hesitation. If you want to score highly, if you can't think of words, you will be marked down in the vocabulary. But in this case, he's not struggling with words more, he's struggling with ideas.
Like for a culture, let's say a traditional culture, it's gonna have a historical meaning of it. So music is one of the things that the culture has left to the current society. So the music, hopefully that doesn't change a lot. So it builds up a connection throughout time.
Pronunciation. Throughout time. Okay? Time. Throughout time. very common problem for Chinese speakers. Throughout, it has the sound. And the examiner is going to be listening to this because pronunciation is 25% of your mark. If you are not using the sound throughout, they're going to mark you down. Another problematic sound for Chinese speakers is the sound I. Now, on its own, the word I is easy. But when you have words like time, you might find that a Chinese speaker would say tam. Okay, I hear it a lot, and it's putting this tai together. It's the I, y sound. Go back and listen to Tony, and you will hear that he says tam. I want you to say time.
From like between the people in current society with the people in the past. So people could actually share their feeling throughout time. I think that's pretty fantastic. And then it allows people to don't forget their past. That's also quite important.
So allows people not forget, okay? It allows people not to forget, okay? So allow somebody not to do something.
And is music ever a distraction?
So the examiner, is music ever a distraction? This is testing your ability to comprehend now. It's testing your comprehension. Do you understand the question? Well, you probably need to learn the word distraction before you can answer this question. This is a very, very important question because it shows that you have a certain level of understanding. Now, if you don't know the word distraction, I strongly recommend that you speak to the examiner, you ask the examiner, could you rephrase that please? Could you say that in another way? Super useful phrase. Could you rephrase that please? Could you say that in another way?
Yeah, for me it's the case. Like when I'm studying, I'm not really like music playing by my side because I'm kind of very goes into the music. So then I'm not studying at all.
I am kind of goes very into the music. I am kind of goes, grammatical mistakes there, quite severe grammatical mistakes.
So then I'm not studying at all. And yeah, but or otherwise like some heavy metal, loud music, it's definitely not my thing.
Did you notice that he said, it's not my scene? Great language, showing high level language there. Something is not my scene. That means that I'm not really a fan of it. Good language there. Well done, Tony.
Yeah, in that case, I will feel music is such a big distraction for me. Yeah.
Thank you. That is the end of your speaking test. Dear viewers, if you would like to continue watching to see what Tony did well and to see what Tony could improve on, keep watching for the expert Chris.
And that's the end of the test. Well done to Tony. Now, I think in part 3, he's on the border, he's on the edge, he's on the cusp of a band 7. He could score a band 7. If you watch the whole video, you might notice that I scored him a band 6.5 in the first 2 sections. So unfortunately, I think overall, a strict examiner would score Tony 6.5, principally because of grammatical mistakes and a few pronunciation mistakes. He can score a 7 or even a 7.5 if he just changes a few things. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. Come back and watch more because we're going to do more mock exams with review, with feedback. I hope these feedback sessions work for you. Leave some comments in the section below. My name is Chris from IELTS Daily. It's a pleasure talking to you. Don't forget to come and support us on Facebook. Like this video on YouTube. For now, take care, be safe, and I will see you soon. Bye.